Hey everybody, it's Nancy Jones here, and today I want to talk about teams. Not just the importance of teams, but how to keep your team engaged. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was born and raised an only child. My whole life, I've been an only child. So I've always had to do things myself. When I learned the power of a team, I went bonkers. I became obsessed with what a team is, how to build one, how to maintain one, how to elevate one. And I have a course on how to build your best team. I'm not going to tell you what the course name is right now, but be looking out for it. It will be coming to the public soon. Now, guys, there's nothing better than a team. You know, they say teamwork makes the dream work. Nat says the team is the dream. The team is the dream. If you don't have a team, you are really missing out. You are missing out on major productivity for your business. So, once you have a team, I'm not going to get into building a team. That's another video. Once you have your team, what's really important is to keep your team engaged. So one of the things I learned how to do when building a team was delegate. I love delegating now. If I can move something from my plate to someone else's plate, I do it. Not because I'm trying to burden them and I just want to kick back and relax, but because there are other things that I need to be doing. You, as the executive of your organization, of your business, of your team, should not be doing things that other people can do. There are things that only you can do as the leader of your team. That's what you need to be doing. Everything else should be done by someone else. You should not be picking up the mail. You should not be going to print anything. You shouldn't be waiting for deliveries. Those are a waste of your time. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine who is a high-level executive, brings in major money, but she loves to work with the team. Now, I won't say she micromanages, but she loves to do everything from the top to the bottom. And I tell her all the time, how much is an hour of your time worth? I said, to me, an hour of your time is worth about $25,000. So when you went to drive to Office Depot to pick up those brochures, that hour that it took you to drive there and drive back, were those brochures worth $25,000? The answer is no. That means you just wasted $25,000, because I know for a fact that you have the capability to land $1 million contracts. So that means your hour is worth more than picking up brochures. Now, it's not saying anything about the people that work under her, but let's just be real. Who's bringing in the money and who's not? So if you bringing in the big money, that means your hour is worth more money than someone who's not bringing in that money. And your time should be spent on high level items, okay? Meeting with politicians, shaking hands, building partnerships, whatever, that kind of stuff. Not things that can be delegated to other people that can do that well. So listen, once you have your team, keep them inspired. So I was delegating, but then you can get to the point where you're delegating so much that you delegate yourself right out of your company. Now you want to, even though you're delegating tasks to your team, you still want to be able to reach in and connect to your team. If they don't see you every day, you have hired a manager to work with them because you're out, you're traveling, you're doing the big things, you still want to be visible at some point. You want to come in and be able to connect with your team, to inspire them, to remind them why they joined the team in the first place. Nobody can tell the story of your business like you. You're the one that founded it, you created it. No one's more passionate about it than you. So you have to give them a dose of that passion. Every time they see you, they should feel better when they leave your presence. Like, I know why I'm here and I'm ready to work. So that's your job, to inspire them, and not only inspire them, but let them know that you believe in them, invest in them. Share with them the plans that you have for the business that they can handle, and say, look, this is what I want to do for us. These are the plans I have for you. I want you to make more money. So I'm going out to do this so I can bring the company up so that everybody can come up. Make sure that they don't think that when they're working, they're just doing the post office thing. Shout out to postal workers, because we can't live without you because you bring all our mail. I'm not saying anything about you, but I'm saying I know it's hard work to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and it never turns into anything else. It never feels like it's going to blossom or grow into something higher. You have to keep your team inspired by letting them know what your future plans are and how they fit into those plans. Finally, there needs to be a culture. Now, remember, when you're delegating, back to delegating really quickly, when you're delegating to your team, you're communicating to your team that you trust them, that you believe they're competent, and that they matter. Okay? When you're trying to do everything yourself, micromanaging, you're actually communicating to them that you don't trust them to do this. And even if that's the case, you don't want the people that work for you to feel like you don't trust them. And if you don't trust them, you need to fire them and find someone that you can trust. Okay? So let's delegate and let's hire people that we can trust. Do the work, vet them out, and make sure you have good people on your team. You want that to be a part of your culture. Trust. I trust you. I expect that you trust me. I need you to stay in your lane and do your job. I'm going to stay in my lane and do my job, and we're going to come together and we're going to connect. One of the things I like to do for my team, a part of our culture, is definitely trust. I told them from the jump, listen, I'm not a micromanager. I expect you to do your job and do it well. I'm not going to, stand over your shoulder, but if you don't, then I'm going to have to micromanage you, and I don't want to do that because I'm not going to enjoy it and you're not either. So please just make sure you do what you're supposed to do so this can go nice and smoothly. When you let people know up front what you expect and what the consequences are, if they don't meet that, 9 times out of 10, if they're reasonable, they're going to do their job. Well, the culture on my team, for instance, is we have a saying, it's called short meetings, long money. Short meetings, long money. I am honest with my team and told them I hate meetings. I absolutely despise them. I know that they're necessary, kind of like kids feel about vegetables. They don't want to eat vegetables, but they know they need the vitamins. I know we need to have meetings, but I don't like long, drawn-out meetings. So when we have our meetings, let's make them 30 minutes. Let's get straight to the meat. Let's make sure that we're being productive, we're being clear and succinct in our communication, that we're not wasting time, because I know your time is valuable, because my time is valuable. Do you know everyone on the team loved that? They were like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I love this. And I will keep an eye on the clock. I have a lead facilitator who handles the meetings. And I said 30 minutes. If we start at 1, we start on time no matter who's there. That's a culture. That's part of our culture as well. We always start on time. And we always end on time. And when it gets close to 1:30, if we start at 1, when it gets close to 1:30, I say, okay, we're almost there. And when we're done, everybody's happy. We've gotten done what we needed to get done. And they feel like now they can use their time the way they want to, because I haven't sucked all the life out of them with a 4-hour meeting. That's just my culture. Every company is different. Some people like meetings. I don't. So that's not going to be a part of my business where we're just in meetings all the time. You need to have a culture for your team. The culture inspires them. The culture makes them feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves. And that's really important, because then they'll have pride in what they do. They'll be excited to tell other people about what they do. And they'll promote your business for you, and you won't even have to tell them to. My team often brings people to me and say, hey, this is someone, if you're looking for a position, I was telling them about what we do and they're interested. I'm like, okay, I didn't tell you to do that. But it's a really good sign. So please understand that everyone on your team is a person. And everything is personal when you're a person. You're dealing with people, okay? People respond to things. People have feelings. People have needs. And the more you are aware of those needs and honest with them about your needs and your desire to meet their needs as their employer, you will have a healthy relationship that is thriving and pushing them to the next level. Finally, make sure, this is also going to inspire your team, make sure they know that you are looking out for their best interests. You have to protect your team. Nothing is worse, and I'm telling you seriously, I've been a part of companies, I've been a part of churches, I've been a part of various organizations where it was obvious that the person who was over me did not have my best interests at heart. Not only that, but they didn't take up for me when they should have. When someone else treated me wrong for doing my job, they did not take up for me. But that's not something that I do with my team. I'm serious about protecting my team. If I feel like someone on my team is being disrespected, I will handle it. If I feel like there's someone from another organization that's overstepping the boundaries and trying to dictate things to my team, I will address that as well. I want them to know that I'm a mama bear. Now, most of the people on my team are older than me, but the whole point is I take it seriously that these people share my dream with me. These are people that are making my dream come true. They are my business family, and it's my job to feed them, which is get them paid, and to protect them, to make sure that they feel like they're in a safe place to do the work that I'm asking for them to do. And the more comfortable they are and the more they feel appreciated and protected, the more likely I am to get out of them what I need, which is that productivity. So I hope that this video was instructional, more inspirational than instructional. I hope you got some value from it. I hope that you're able to take some of these nuggets back and strengthen your team, even create plans to build a better team. And when you do, I hope that your business thrives and you're able to move your whole vision to the next level. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.